Hey guys, Zultra here again, bringing you a brand new build. It is a Poison Burst Arrow Pathfinder. Um, Still working out some gear. We'll go over here in a few minutes, but real quick, I'm going to run through a Tier 15 map with 58% quantity. For the sake of time, I'm going to skip the rituals. I don't want the video to be too long for you guys. This is a full evasion life build, so we don't have to worry about the gear being too terribly expensive because, again, it's full life and evasion build. I'm using a unique bow at the moment, but I am working on crafting a much better bow that will scale our damage even further. But as you can see, I'm pretty much not threatened by much of anything. And the poison prolift from the Pathfinder is super powerful for clear speed. And on top of that, we get the node that reduces our... What luck. Oh my goodness, as soon as I start recording. Alright, we're going to do the strongbox for the kill of it. So we're using the Ascendancy node as well. That gives us 50% less reduction while we're firing our skills, like movement speed reduction, so it's very zoomy. Surprisingly, it surprised me that it feels pretty tanky with the just evasion and life. We're not going energy shield, so we don't have to worry about like buying the super expensive energy shield gear. I think the most expensive thing on the build right now is my rings, and they're not even perfect. Yep, we're doing this. Why not? Right? Why not? Anyway, back to the map. And basically, you don't have to stop for anything, right? You shoot them with the poison arrow, and you just keep running. Unless you want to stop and loot, obviously. If you drop something you feel like you need to pick up. But for the most part, like, it's surprisingly tanky. I'll put it that way. I'm running Blasphemy with Despair because I'm lazy and don't feel like self-cursing. But it probably would scale the damage better single target to cast the curse yourself, obviously. Because Despair only gives you a percentage of it. And like, if you don't kill the rare before you know, as you're moving by, they'll usually chase you, and you can just shoot them with another poison, or if you can drag them into the next group of mobs that you're shooting. But I'm kind of just trying to, like, showcase the hold W aspect of the build, right? Like, that was a fairly quick map. 4 minutes, not bad. Granted, I didn't do anything but the breach, and I could have done the other stuff. In fact, I might go back in there later and do it. Alright, let's go over our gear real quick. This is a crit build. I'm tempted to try and change it. There's a few pieces that are key. For right now, I still think Ingenuity is the best belt in the game. This isn't even a well-rolled Ingenuity. It's just what I had laying around. Obviously, life, movement speed on the boots, evasion, energy shield, whatever. Dexterity, fire, cold resistances as needed. We are using the Malagaros Virtuous... Wow. I can't say that. You can see it on the screen. This is to set our crit damage bonus at 300% so we don't have to invest into it. I'm using a Silver Tongue Zealot Bow, Corrupted, with extra crit hit chance. You could go for more damage with 3 sockets. Might be better. I'd have to test it. I've got Life Rune here in the helm. I've got Evasion Life, Crit Chance, Dexterity, Resistances as needed. Same with the chest. Rings, Dexterity, Intelligence, Res, Max Life, Evasion, Flat Fizz would be great. Like I said, this is not super optimized. I can definitely squeeze more damage. Same thing here. On your amulet, because I'm running Blasphemy, I needed the Spirit. If you don't run Blasphemy and you self-cast your Cursed, you don't need the Spirit. But Life, Dexterity, Intelligence, Strength, whatever you feel you need there, and Resistances. Quiver, +2 to level of all projectiles. This isn't even the best quiver I could possibly be using. Fizz damage. Accuracy is fine, but I think I would prefer bow damage to attacks. And a higher crit chance here. And maybe an attack speed roll instead of the mana. So that's the gear. Obviously, whatever charms you decide to run, flask, doesn't matter. Let's go over the passives, and there will be a link to a max roll POB guide in the bottom. This is just where we're at. We're not all figured out yet. We still got a lot to work on. But generally, I came down through here because I wanted to be zoomy, so we picked up this movement speed. The weapon swap is something I was experimenting with. It didn't work out. Your passives, just get as much dexterity, intelligence as you need, and then go all strength for more life, which I should probably do a little bit of respecking there. Obviously, go for your poison magnitude. Grab these nodes. Grab this movement speed evasion. You got a good jewel here. You want magnitude with crits. You want magnitude of ailments you inflict. This isn't even a perfect jewel. You are going to want a 2% on mana kill jewel. We come over here. We're grabbing the quiver effect nodes here. And here. You don't need this other stuff. Next up is we come down over here, another jewel socket, pretty much the same, not a perfect jewel yet again. We grab these crit nodes. This one is important. Remember, no critical hit damage bonus. You don't need it. It's on your gloves. I grabbed all of this for evasion rating. Came down here. These are, I'm considering dropping this whole bunch here to come down here and grab damaging ailments and this, and switching out of crit, but I haven't done that yet, so I'm not going to go over if I think it'll work or not. More poison, more crit. Obviously traveling up here. I'm traveling here next for more crit, which will be the decision of whether or not I'm going to keep doing that. All of these nodes here I'm taking because of the jewel. It is a time loss jewel. This isn't even a perfect one. Yet again, there's better things I'm thinking about finding, like a bigger radius. But the most important thing, magnitude of poisons you afflict, as high as you can get it, per notable. Attack speed with bows is just nice. It feels good to shoot faster. Critical hit chance for attacks counts toward poison burst. And attack damage also scales poison burst damage. And that is basically that. If you have any comments, suggestion, tips, don't forget to leave a comment, leave a like. If you have any questions, I'm available on twitch.tv/Zoltree basically every day, except for about 2 days a week when my wife is home. It's random, but usually from about 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you made it to the end. And I hope to see y'all around. Thank you so much. Zoltree out.